Hello everybody, welcome to Instantgo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? Today we're going to do a mega love soulmate read. We're going to see what's coming in. You know, I feel like you guys are ready. You're ready for this romantic partner that is your perfect match and is a satisfying, meaningful stage of companionship in your life. Strong bonds, you know, amazing, great, connected, divine, beautiful love. Okay, so we're going to have three choices as well. Number 1 is wolf, number 2 is sacred ibis, and number 3 is sea turtle. And this is about authenticity, this is about learning, and this is about stability. So I'm going to let you guys make your choice and then we'll see what is going on. I hope you all are doing well, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you like this video, please subscribe. It only takes 1 second, bink, and it really helps me out immensely. And also, you guys, by subscribing and following me over on Instagram, you're automatically entered in all my weekly giveaways, and there is a huge one this week. It's 106 carat citrine, and it is amazing. And I do all kinds of things, gems, jewelry. I make handcrafted design jewelry, so I have that be some of the surprises, free reads, goddess provisions, whatever. So go ahead and do that so you guys can get in on all the fun. So we are going to begin with number 1. Now I'm going to get my lovely tarot ready, and then we are going to go on to some of the beautiful higher love soul link cards, and then we're also going to use some cards and get their initials. I'm going to find out what signs they are, compatibility, any of that stuff, and if an age pops in, whatever comes in that benefits you guys, that's what we're going to use. So 6 of Pentacles, very giving. 9 of Pentacles. Right away I'm hearing earth sign with all of these. Pentacles, most likely in the Capricorn area. Tons of earth in their chart, I'm feeling, because I'm seeing and sensing a lot of loyalty, a lot of devotion, a lot of authentic caring, where you know you never have to second guess. They're just very loyal and, you know, monogamous, and they care for you. And I love this too, because I feel like this is your time frame, you guys. 6 months is when they'll be coming in. And they also have a great understanding of the energy of money, so they are going to have acquired some wealth and some money along their path. I'm going to pull this so the cards also don't blow away, because I have big gusts of winds coming in. So yeah, when we get these double pentacles, and I was really honing in on their sign, earth signs really came in. But I'm telling you, I feel like you need that grounding, reliability, and it's somebody that you'd always be proud of in a group and all of that. They're just kind of well-spoken and charming and lovely. I like that, and I feel like those attributes are important. I feel like there might be, for some of you guys, this is, and funny that there's a 4, I feel like it's a 4th of you, that there will be like a 4-year age spread within that too. I want to get some initials, and what I'll do is I'll choose 3, because I like to have 3 when it's for a collective and a large amount. So we have M, S, and T. So M, S, and T, or T, S, and M. And I also feel right now too, I feel like this particular person is going to be amazing, because they're just like going to mirroring your best aspects of yourself. Because as you know, as we're meeting and we traverse the kind of waters of our soulmate and twin flame journeys, we are reaching our peak frequency and vibration, which means we're at our best. We're attracting what's best for us. We're probably starting to eat better, to exercise, to pay attention to things that matter. Oftentimes we start to simplify as well, because we can really classify what matters and clamp down on that and get rid of all the superfluous and the stuff that clogs our energy, right? We don't need all this, so you're starting to get rid of this. And I feel like there might be some great transformational energy already coming in for you, where you used to maybe have doubts and fears. You just wipe that right off the menu, and you're like, of course I can do this, go there, have this. You're starting to feel stronger in who you are and the direction your life is going, and you don't feel doubtful or fearful like that might have appeared to you in the past. Let's see, I feel compelled to pull a few of each of these. We'll get 3 of those and 2 of those to get more information. Intuitive understanding. That's something that always takes place within the soulmate community. It's like we already know kind of what that person wants. We feel their energy, so we know their emotions, and we have that beautiful intuitive understanding. Oh, they're under stress right now. Let me try to alleviate and help them. Oftentimes you'll know what they're going to say before they say it. Oftentimes you might even know what they are going to say and do before they do it. You have a deep, rich, intuitive understanding of them. Balance. You balance each other out. It's like the Libran scales. If you are feeling a little tense or whatever, they'll bring in the calm, and vice versa. They just bring in the balance and the grounding. We are meant to have the significant other divine counterparts to us so we can equalize, so we can let fall away what is just burdensome. We don't need it. But as, energetic beings, we collect things. We collect energies, we collect memories. And because of that, they can come back into play. I'll give you an example. I couldn't figure out why I didn't like going to the doctor's office, and I was getting all antsy about it. And then I remembered in the past that there used to be a long wait. And now they only will schedule somebody, so there's one person at a time. And I remembered that because last time it was like that. So I went back in my memory and I was like, hey, be calm and be mellow about this. It's not like the old ways. So oftentimes we'll pull in the old ways and we'll get stressed about it, right? Going home and revisiting home, we're going to be like, oh, my mother's going to be harping on this, or my dad is going to be absent emotionally, or whatever. What has happened in the past, we oftentimes drag that reaction in before it even occurs. But now we're going to feel more balanced and know a new way, a new day for sure. Now, craftsmanship. I feel that this particular person, your divine counterpart, has a great creative streak in them, and they have great craftsmanship in what they do in life. Whether it's working with wood, painting, whatever it is, they have a significant gift or talent. That might be what draws your attention to them initially, because I feel like a lot of you guys are also creatives. Yay! Dropping old behaviors and patterns which no longer serve, because there's your beautiful Hierophant energy. You now have the keys to have the right answers and the right doors open. So a lot of opportunities are going to start to pop up for you. That's a key signifier that we are on our divine correct path, because our vibration goes up. We start looking for things that help us and steer us in the right direction. So you might have new job offers, new friends, kindred spirits come in, a new way of viewing things, a really uptick in your health and your energy. That's going to pop as well. That often happens with this because we are laying to rest the things of old that no longer serve, overindulging. Like I was having a little bit of anxiousness last night, and my first thing, my face was like, feed your face. My face, I was like, I should go. Yeah, when I'm faced with that, I often want to have salt and crunchy junk food. And I was like, I should go get some chips. And then I asked myself, how will you feel when you have to wake up very, very early and get things organized for Hagening and go out and do things? You won't feel well, so don't do that to yourself. Have a nice cup of coffee and read something that is soothing. That's what you'll start to do in place of that. The Hierophant is going to put away things that no longer serve you and are detrimental to everything, your health, your emotionals, whatever, your emotional sectors, because anxiety is just thinking in the wrong trajectory, like bringing in fear and bringing in worst case scenarios. And this is the way that goes, of course we are divinely guided and helped, and all the goodness is going to come in. And my love is arriving, and I'm hopeful and happy and bright. And that's the energy that's going to come in. I love these cards together so much because it kind of double downs on the message that you're going to have what it takes to direct yourself the right way, in the right capacity, and feel strong and feel just capable, right? And sometimes we just need that little bit when we go out in the world that says, of course I can do this, and I'm going to be able to operate and really notice what's going on. But one of the main energies I'm definitely seeing in your beautiful divine counterpart is high reason. Like they can work through things and be very effective in a lot of scenarios, whether it's business, emotional, family matters, and super dependable. Like they're reliable. When they say they're going to do something, they absolutely are. Group 1. So that is you guys' beautiful energy. Again, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below for everything you could think of. Private reads, everything else. I get your private reads back to you within 48 hours. Everything else is down there. So now we're going to go on to number 2. I'm going to have a sip of water and Sacred Ibis. So learning. I really feel like this is a big internal learning phase for you, spiritually and otherwise. How to help yourself and to increase opportunities and awareness for yourself so you feel good and you feel like you are directed and you can trust your intuition. I'm like, yeah, I'll have a sip of water right after I rabble on. I'm really excited because, as we learn and we grow and we step into our greatness and our our beautiful immortal souls recognize our person. And that's part of the learning process. Look at that, came up, 10 of Pentacles flipped right out. It was funny, the last group was definitely an earth sign, and pentacles were coming upon. Look at this. Right away with that placed in the middle, I definitely feel like this is a fire sign. Look at this, major arcana up the yahoozery. I'm excited. So let's just start with this person's personality and their capabilities. I definitely feel like there's a lot of fire sign. I see a lot of Sagittarius and Aries energy in this leadership capabilities. This person knows how to earn dollars and knows the energy of money and how to save, invest, and just is very wise with money. So they'll be pretty much set on the economic front, and they're proud of that because they're not wasteful, and they have a real great Midas touch when it comes to investing in the right things, properties or whatever. They just really know how to operate. And some of these people are like musicians, so they just have a lot of money for that, for their music. I definitely feel like the Hangman is saying that they have this beautiful ability to pause and evaluate what they should do next. They're not a jumper. They're not crazily impulsive, and which is unique for a fire sign because they usually are. But I feel like they have a lot of water in their chart, so they really, really think. It's really weird. Right when I was doing this, I almost had a sense of vertigo, like some of you guys are afraid of height. And it was like taking the plunge. I almost felt like I was falling into something. That was really odd. Like almost like when you trip up the stairs, how the stairs look like they come up to your face very fast. But I love this sun in the center too, not only indicating that there's a lot of fire signs, but also this person's general outlook on life. They are very, very optimistic in terms of, let's just say the best case scenario is going to take place. Let's just say I'm going to come out on top. And because of that, they create massive luck and opportunity in their life. Again, that's why they have the 10 of Pentacles. They're fantastic at that. And they're fantastic also at making other people feel good. That's huge. Some people can be so self-involved, they just don't have that ability. So I really love that capability to be able to say, hey, you know what? We'll pull these three and we'll get some initials down there too. I'm going to go for 3 initials. We have L, we have M, and P. So L, M, P, P, M, L. Love that. And right with that, seeing that, I love that you have that in there. I feel like a lot of these people love gardening, or you love gardening. There's something about flowers and gardening. Oh, so look at this. So this is what's going to be taking place in your kind of hemisphere right now. Moderation and self-control. As we go on our journey and we connect to our soulmate energy, we're fueled by good energy, the lightest, brightest source, to elevate us in our frequency so we can see the roadmap and read it correctly and have longevity and have be able to power through the little things and not give up or feel like, or start to, I keep seeing the term calcify. We don't start to attract things and get heavy and get stuck in that because we know that life can continually have vibrancy and love and brightness when we look for that. So that's part of the reason moderation and self-control is coming in. We're not being inundated with stuff, overspending. I feel like in the past, some of you guys might have been like impulse buyers. I'll feel better if I just have these new shoes, if I just have these crystals, if I have just this and that. But now you're having more self-control and realizing, I really want to save for something that's going to have meaning in the future. Stuff is stuff. I mean, we all like new things, but it's like just not overdoing it, not having impulse buys and just easy spending, but also in eating and drinking, smoking, whatever it is as well. Because you are entering this new level of growth where you have greater understanding for yourself, that you do want good health. Like I was noticing this the other day and I said, I really use my hands for everything. What happened one day? What would happen if one day they became like stiff and arthritic and I couldn't use them? So right away I was like, what can I implement for vitamins in my diet that's going to strengthen them? That sort of thing will come up for you. And also I just feel like this is you guys setting boundaries really good within your family and workplace too. You're not going to be any kind of stepping stone for anybody. You're going to really notice that. Yeah, look at that, because you're going to feel this soulmate energy. And that's also just a true knowing when they come in. That energy exchange is undeniable. This is them, kapow. There's no like, oh, let me just see. It's like there is no seeing. You'll know this is coming fast for you guys. It's some of you guys soon as 3 months, really, really quickly. Here's why. You are prepared. You know. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, I'm not ready for the big lifelong love. guess what? It is a growing process. Nobody says you have to be at that altar right after you meet them. Look at like Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. They've never even been married, and they've been together for decades and decades. But it's one of these things where you are now that kind of lighthouse and that beacon and pulling them in. Your energy is such that it is now using the law of attraction to draw them in, and you're doing beautifully. And I feel a lot of compatibility with this Three of Wands. Also, that they will get on really well with your family, get on really well with your friends. They're really great on the emotional intelligence spectrum. Like, they read a room, they read the temperature, they see what's going on. And how you feel is important to them. So so what is important to you becomes important to them. So they have care and they adjust, as need be to family and friends to make them feel wanted and comfortable as well. So wow, that's really beautiful, you guys. I love that energy for you. So that is you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And if you want a private reading, you want all the little details and minutia, just hit my links down below and I'll give you all the information. And I get your readings back to you within 48 hours. And you can also go over to my Instagram and use my Insta reads, which is just 2 questions for $25. And I get them back to you as soon as I see my DM light go off. So it's usually within an hour or two. And I love doing those because then, people can know where they stand and what's what quite immediately. So I love that. Again, learning. I feel like you're definitely on this curve where you're going to be able to identify things very quickly and use that information for your highest good. So sip of water, and then we are going to go on to number 3. I promised the people I would put my fingers out to indicate a change because the timestamps are down in the comments, but for people that are watching it on TV and stuff, you don't see that. I always watch my favorite readers on TV too, so it's like I like to just watch the whole thing and see what's going on. So number 3, you guys, the sea turtle and stability. I feel like this is an era of your life that's coming up, especially within the next 6 months, where you're going to solidify certain practices that benefit you in a good way, where you feel like you have things in place. That's your time, 7 months right away. I heard that very, very strongly. You're letting go of carrying a load that you don't need to anymore. Your intuition is going to be spot on fire. Right away, you guys, too, I see a lot of water in their charts. I see a lot of water and I see a lot of air. And I love this because water signs are very deep and intuitive. They have very rich understanding of esoteric happenings and energy, and they can read energy. There's a lot of clairvoyancy in a lot of water signs as well. Because there's kind of like this extra gear in their brain that lets them and allows them to observe things really finitely, all the little details, all the little micro expressions, and it is a language of its own, and they are able to read that really, really well. Now I love this because this is saying you are now able to see really what you want and where you're going, because you're no longer going to be carrying a load. I feel like some of your last relationships, forget about that garbage. They were so ridiculous. They were either with narcissists, they were people, ex-husbands and things that were just gaslighters and horrible and would do anything to try to constrict you and control you. And you are so over that, and you are never going to carry that load again. You're going to recognize that behavior a mile away and never ever settle for that. And because you have woken up to the fact you are valuable, you have worth, you are worthy of good love. And that's all it takes. That switch goes on, that light goes up, our frequency and our vibration goes up. We will never settle. We won't settle for crumbs. We won't settle for misbehavior. You're like, no, that's handled. Thank you. I'm just never one for putting up with that kind of crap. And because years ago I met somebody who I absolutely adored, and they were a phenomenal human being, but come to find out they're just not somebody that believes like women should just do whatever the hell they want and go out and thrive. They've always believed, this particular person, there had to be control, there had to be this and that, to a degree where it was very harmful. I mean, even though it was decades ago, I learned from that experience that there was like, no, and never will that happen again, that sort of thing. And I feel like that's what you're realizing, and you're just never ever going to allow that. And it's important because we start as we mean to go on. Gonna get those, top of those decks. So let's see what's going on. Family support. So your families are going to get on very swimmingly. I feel like you're gonna have support on both sides. They're gonna see how much there you go. soulmate, traditional relationship, and family support. Because you are soulmates, you feel that energy, there's such love and respect, and the families and friends cannot help but see that and absolutely adore and love them for the joy and love they're bringing into your life. So I feel like it'll be very traditional. There will be kind of like that courtship stage and the really beautiful romantic stage, and then the proposal, and then very traditional marriage and whatnot, and children, if that is what you both decide on. But again, beautiful support of family. Like, oftentimes so much conflicts arise because our families think they need to buzz in, whether there's ethnic difference, religious reasons, whatever it is. In this scenario, the love is so pertinent and so obvious that nobody wants to mess with this whatsoever. They want to jump in and support and help right away, which I love. It's huge. You get family members in there that start causing difficulties, and it can really change the trajectory of everything. Ninth house, faith, yeah, faith in everything and how it's going. But yeah, I definitely feel like 7 months is a time frame. Routine. So I feel like you'll be doing whatever you normally do, and they will just show up. I'm definitely feeling that. You will be going about your business, your work, whatever it is, and your routine, and that's where they're going to come in. And I definitely feel like, yeah, there'll be a lot of clarity in it. They'll be bringing you consistently the things that you need emotionally to feel like there is fidelity, that there is authenticity, that there is genuine love, that there is monogamy, all of that. That's continually going to be happening because I feel like they are very, very, and the balance. And part of it is because you have left and gone away from anything that ever makes you feel neglected, used, inferior, any of that. You would just never, ever be in that arena again. You never want to participate in that. So you've elevated your position to listen. That kind of like queendom, like if you don't offer me what I'm willing to offer you, done and dusted, see you later. So because you've elevated into that energetically, now you're ready. That void is ready to be filled with a happy, wholesome, beautiful, unique soulmate love. And that's oftentimes how we go on our journey with this. We have to decide, in this now ninth house, I have faith in who I am, my life, the trajectory of it, how I operate in the world. My compass is at true north. I have faith that love is plentiful and bountiful, and there is enough to go around. Just like we have to have that understanding with money as well, right? That's what brings prosperity around. There is always enough. And because you're feeling that, you're constantly bringing that back in towards you, which I really, really love. And I feel like you don't ever feel like you're going to have to second guess yourself in any way, shape, or form. That it's all just there. And it's funny, again, I'm seeing a lot of M and P's. That might be part of their initials too. And there's a lovely just feeling of such great understanding and emotional depth in this person. A lot of spiritual learning has brought their progression into just deep understanding and beautiful, beautiful awareness of not only self, but what is going on in the collective and family and you and all of that. And all we have to do is allow for space for other people. That's all we really have to do. But people are so busy rushing, and they're so harried and acquiring and producing that sometimes they don't really stop and listen. But your divine counterpart is always going to be there in that capacity. And we can always do that for family members as well by just pausing and breathing and saying, hey, have I asked them, like, how is your day? How is everything for you? But I love that family support that's going to come in and make you feel really well adjusted in this. Wow, really beautiful energy, group 3. I love that for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below, you guys. If you need a private read, I can get back to you within 48 hours, and you can go over and use my my Instagram quick 2 questions for $25, and I get right back to you as well. Everything else is down there, my Etsy store, Patreon, all of that. Thank you guys for all your support and your feedback and your great comments. I was reading them this morning and laughing. I appreciate you guys so much. So that is everything. Love and light.